I'll mute.
All right. God, I have no idea what this is. I'm going to share my screen with you and show you what the world has done to me today. Can you guys see that? You guys there?
Yeah, we're on mute.
Yeah, we can see it.
Yeah. So this is what my world is this morning. I downloaded a program called Snagit, and all of a sudden everything just started flipping out. It started like randomly taking screenshots of everything. I'm like, well, I don't know what's going on here. So I uninstalled it, but so this is why you always got to be careful what, even though TechSmith is a really big company, I don't know why. It probably interfered with one of the other capture programs I had running at the time. So it is what it is.
I think Snagit is a pretty big giveaway.
Yeah. All right, hang on 1 second. We're going to get started here. I did hit recording, right? Did hit recording. Yes.
Yes, you are. The lights on.
Come on, get on there. There we go. New share, whiteboard. Ah, the whiteboard is white. Yay. Okay, so what a week it has been. Let me get off of this little bugger and do a new share. We're going to do screen one. Then let's pop into here. Let's jump over to here. Now, I don't even know really where to begin, I guess, but yet the beginning. When we first built this network in this company, we had the intention of one day getting to this point to where the release was going to be so, I don't know why I'm hearing myself back. Okay. That we wanted to get to a point of being very secure and comfortable with the way that any automated system works. But before we jump into February 1st, before we talk about the ZDON and its successes and the DEX Delta signals and everything else, the two weakest points of this company is the automated system and the signals. And I say that with all love and respect for everybody that's put so much work into the signals, from Ron to David to Jerry, to everybody who's tested the ZDON and the automated system to get it to that point. And I say it's the weakest system because it is the one that takes the least amount of physical effort to do when it's working properly. When it's not working properly, you toil over it, you look at it, you keep touching it, you keep pushing it, you keep trying to change it, whatever it is. I have a word of warning for all of you that are expecting to come in here and make $1 million with the ZDON system. It's not going to happen. You're not going to be able to just one day just set and forget this thing and come back in a week and you got $7,000 in it, right? Could it? Yes, but not for a long time. We have to really take this slow. And everybody that's here that's deciding, hey, I'm going to go live on February 1st, or, we're into it. We just came out of beta. We just came out of progressively testing the strategy. Some of you, yes, you're going live, but I would suggest that you go live with the tenderest of care. That if you are going to trade, if you are going to turn the bot on and let it do its automated system, Max, what am I buying this thing for if I can't use it right now? You're buying this thing in right now in the beta because we're making it that way. We're eventually going to get to where you can set it for your time periods and either have it through DEX AtomX or through the DEX Delta signals and utilize all that experience and everything that we put into it. Okay. The data collectors, the data strategists, Ron and David and Jerry and myself and Chris and everybody who's put the time in to test this thing out. The first week that we were testing this, we were testing a form of the signals that I created that were limited. We didn't have a lot of overlap. We didn't have, I think it was like a Delta 4. It had like 4 levels or level 4s. Okay. The next week we went a little stronger, I could say, right? And then the next week, which was this past week, which we're in right now, this our third week here, we sort of went full Monty, right? We had all of the all the way up to D9s. You know, we didn't have the Mexi in there because of the process with the version of Xenon, but we were testing. We had all the way up to D10s, D9s, whatever it was, and we were watching the overlap. Okay, and I'll discuss that here in a second. The coming week that we're marching into here in February, we're going to keep the same. We're going to have a meeting after this. You know, when we get closer to the end of the day, we're going to have a meeting to look at the numbers and look at the value of what we've done so far for this week. And we're going to determine, are we going to keep the same course and have the same signals that we've had from last week and keep that? Because when we pull our data, we pull it for 3 months. We pull it for 3 months. To have data for 3 months and then change it every week, you just sort of resetting the cycle of testing again. We need to sit on this for 3 weeks or for 3 months to find out how well it's going to operate in that process. Now, we found some anomalies. We found some hills and valleys of things that work. I made a statement last night that we're going to be chasing. We're going to be, you know, fighting bad runs. We're going to be chasing good runs. We're going to be seeing a lot of movement. Okay. The ultimate goal is to find just a couple really good areas for us to sit in and love in and just create CVG, consistency. Right now, you're probably looking at it and going, man, that's a lot of trades that have happened. We need to, you know, we need to get to the next level of trades. You know, I only did 5 trades this week, Max, or 10 trades this week, or however many trades you've done. We need to get to a point where we're following a really good process of how many signals we're following at that point. But again, remember that the DEX Xenon port or the DEX Xenon and the DEX Delta signals are the weakest point of your trading portfolio because you're relying on just straight data from the past. Can't see into the future. If we would, I wouldn't be here. I don't know where I would be if I could see the future. Probably be still sitting in my closet in my bedroom reading books. All right. Just give me 1 second here. Let me share. Go back to the white screen just for a second. I apologize. I think Jerry's here, right? So I'm going to be pulling up his screen there. I don't think we added the last win onto there just yet. Doesn't look like it yet.
Dude, he's super fast.
I know, right? Well, yeah, it just happened. Because that's another $45 win, $43 win on there. So it puts us up. So let me pull over and I'll show you what I'm looking at. Okay. So this is Jerry's spreadsheet that he's tracking the trades on for the 45.55. Okay. And I'm showing you this because, well, this is the level that Jerry vibrates at in the norm. As I was talking to Ron, I guess just completely proficient, very, very efficient, excellent proficiency on spreadsheets and calculation and all that kind of stuff, right? So this is where what did I just do? There we go. Scared me. Okay. And I'm showing you this because this is all the way up to 8 a.m. this morning. So what is it? The 10 a.m. one? Is that the last signal that was on there?
Yeah. 10 a.m.
Yeah. 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. expiry.
11.
Yeah. So that one just won by the skin of its teeth. Well, not by the skin of its teeth. It kind of won by a big margin, but it dropped in the last couple minutes, right? That's the other good thing about the Xenon. Don't watch. Don't look at it. Don't, if they're like, hey, it's only right. Hey, it's only a little incision. You want to see what it looks like inside your body? No, I don't want to see it because you can't unsee it. You can't stop it. So we're above 400. We're above 400, and that was the Great Britain pound JPY. So it's sitting down here. But I want you to notice something here real quick. Okay. For next week, even though that we may still have the overlapping pairs on, we're going to be discussing that today, and have all the other levels on. If I were to isolate just D. What number was that? Was that a level? Does anybody know right off the top of their head? You can look in Discord. I can look right in Discord right now.
L2.
All right, so that would have been up here then. That would have put us in the positive. All four would have been positive. So if I isolate these four, I'm looking at $290 to just about $300 for the week, just going from level 1 to level 4. You omit all the other ones, right? These are only for the faint at heart, not for the faint of heart, the strong. If you have a bigger account, you want to trade these, but why would we, right? There's a value here for this to keep data, just to show that, hey, look, these other levels work. These other what pairs work, right? That one doesn't really. Well, I won't say that one doesn't. It's kind of picked itself up over what it was from the weeks before. But if you omitted the UJ from your process, right, you would have removed 6 wins and 5 losses if they would have fallen in the D4s, right, up to level 4. But let's just say you're coming into this and you're like, all right, Max, where do I start for next week? If I'm going to start, where do I start for next week? If you were to do just D1, right, $141 for the week. You're probably like, Max, I can't live on that. And if anybody says that in this room, I'm going to punch you. This is CVG time. Okay? This is not just about, how many signals can you give me a day, Max, so I can make my money? It's how many signals can you find? What is the minimum amount of signals you can find that you can add CVG to that you can get to your number? Right? So that's what you have to start to assert. And even though this says 100%, it's only one trade. We got to start looking at the bigger numbers. My money, for me personally, I would look at isolating even just one pair. The EU performed beautifully. Now, I don't want to experiment and go through all this stuff. This is just starting out at this algorithm. But I also know that in previous weeks, the EU has done pretty well as well. Oh, wait, I got the wrong one here. Excuse me. Now, the previous week here being last week, the EU did well. I do the trade log here. And the week before, even though the week before was a little bit tanky, we still did pretty good. There's the 1 week, and there's the other. Okay. So the EU seemed to be doing consistently, having 9 to 15 trades average. So average them, say about, let's say 10 trades or 12 trades a week, right? With a good 80% success rate. We jump back over here. What's the success rate for the EU here? 78%. So even if we're at that 80% success, we're doing about 14 trades, 12 trades a week. What would that look like for you in your pocket? Right? So that's only one pair. This is all we've ever wanted to do is isolate a good variable to work with. If we went with D4, up to D4, oops, sorry, wrong one. 244 for the week, or $300 for the week, times one contract. That's huge. For those of you that are watching and saying, all right, Max, I'm going to start. I got $5,000 I'm putting in the account. I'm going to start with 6 contracts. Again, I'm going to pull you in and punch you in the head. You should not be, when you first start your incremental crawl, do not trade more than one contract. Do not, sometime during the day, decide, I'm going to go to 5 contracts with this one because it's got an 80% success rate. Oh, there's you. There's the EU. There's the EU at 78%. I'm going to go do it. No, because it has 3 losses. And unless you're looking left, unless you're trading left, don't add anything uneducated, even educated. Don't go start looking at chasing waterfalls, right? No, don't go start into the trading thing and start seeing what the value is to put extra money on. Because unless you've been doing this for a long time, you can't trust yourself. And I'm telling you that with all love here, right? Don't trust yourself. Your wallet will trump your heart every single time. And then if your wallet starts to get your passion going, you're like, oh, I could do this. I did it once. I could do it again. Up 10 contracts. Yay. Oh, nope. I just lost it. You'll lose profit. Take solace in the way that you in the program, in the strategy. Take solace in the strategy. Work the strategy. You decide that you're going to do the EU, that's where you sit. Okay. Now, next, let's talk about micro and macro. A micro look at the market. If in the beginning of the week we were doing really well, right? We kind of vibrated at this really nice little level for the week, right? In the beginning of the week, what happens if you, in the very beginning of the week, you don't get a couple good trades in a row? Let's just say the majority of these losses happen on Monday, right? But by this intents and purposes, didn't really have a great Monday, did we? And so far in Friday, we're going, well, we haven't added the other one on, which puts us in a positive here. But definitely Wednesday wasn't a great day. Wasn't a bad day. Wasn't a great day. So far, we haven't had a losing week. We've been point positive profit every single week that we started this little process, getting better and better and better. This is our best week. And it's not coincidence that because we've been finiting and looking at and calculating the data that we're here now. But let's just say on Wednesday, you're like, oh man, I don't know how many pairs lost on Wednesday or what pairs it was. Let's just say it was the Euro JPY, because I hate that one, right? We all hate that Euro JPY until we love it. And then we'll hate the Aussie USD. Trust me, you will. You'll hate the Aussie USD like I used to. But overall, do you see the different colors of green and red when you look at this number? At 63.2%, we're still winning $400. $430 something for the week at this level. Okay. So if you're going to look at like, okay, Wednesday, we traded to JPY or Great Britain Pound JPY and it didn't work out for me. I'm not going to trade that one anymore. Don't look at your market and your success at a micro level. You can have a bad day. You might even have like a moderately okay week. You shouldn't have really a negative week. If we've done this right now, and I'm pretty sure that Ron and I can look at the numbers and David and say, I think we got this. We were thinking about changing over to a block system. I'm glad we didn't. We decided that in this platform that we have, looking at the per hour sessions, finding the right ones, getting those hours down, which has the best hours and fluctuations, gives us a better understanding on how the pair operates throughout the different time frames and sessions of the day. So this is where we're at. So if you're in this call today and you're about to go live for next week, take in consideration minimizing how much you're trading live. And whatever you do, this is the big one, right? Don't regret it. Put enough money in there for you to be able to operate with. Don't interfere with the process. If you have one contract, leave one contract. Now remember, we suggest 10%. No, never trading more than 10% on your account at any one time. Okay, so that means if you're trading level one, only level one, that means only one pair could fire at any one time. And we're doing $55 risk. That means you need $550 in your account to be able to trade that. And for every $550 you're trading, you can only do one contract at any one time. Once you get to 1,100, then you do what? Then you could trade two contracts. So that means if you're trading up to level 4, how much money do you need?
A little over 2,000.
$2,200 to be exact. Okay? Just turn it on. If you don't have that, you don't trade that. That's simple. Now, if you feel you can get away with trading at 5% because you got money stuffed in your mattress, okay. But I want you to keep in mind that the value of this program is the strategy. Everybody say bye to Paul. He's got to go. Bye, Paul. Secondly, if you are starting to trade live next week and you decide, all right, I'm going to go with 10%. I got the 2,200 in there. I'm going to go D4. Set it. Be done. If you're just doing up to E4, be done. Unless we call out some sort of, hey, look, we're taking something out. We won't be taking any pairs out throughout the week. We're going to look at correlation today. We're going to look at overlapping. We're going to look at a lot of different things this coming week. The EU is going to stay in everything. Got a good rate on the Aussie USD too, even though that at some points, there's been some punch in the faces, but pretty good. Those are probably the two pairs that I would stay with. We're also going to start taking the data like from here, and I'm going to be placing it into a special spreadsheet so you can see it. Okay, it'll be on the site. You'll be able to go there and look at it and see it. Only you'll have access to it if you're part of the ZDON. Next, I want to let me pull up the new share. Oh wait, no. What I'm going to do is this. We're going to go to here, and we're going to go to pricing. This is our pricing page. This is what's going to be going out to everybody. This ZDON is semi-auto for $200 a month. Fully auto is $350 a month. There's a $1,000 setup fee. I have 3 people right now. We haven't even advertised right now that are from the outside that have found us through videos that we have that want to pay this. And it's not a problem to them. There's deals we're making with people, of course, when the time comes. We're only doing 100 total automated license. There'll be unlimited semi-auto, which means that when the signal comes over, you just go to your bot and you push the button to accept, and it'll put it on for you. And that'll be great for a lot of people. I was speaking to Eric today, who is at work. He's using the Dex Atomics to send himself signals. And while he's at work, he goes, I take a bathroom break at the top of the hour, every hour. My boss thinks I'm on a pee schedule or something, right? He sits in the stall and he does a trade 5 minutes up and out. It's the new smoke break. Call it the Dex break, right? Takes a couple seconds, puts a couple of trades, bop, 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 and off he goes, he said. His words, not mine. And I'll even bring him out in after we open up on February 1st, really pushing out this process. I'm going to be interviewing a lot of you, talking about your trading platform, what you're doing, how you're doing it, how well you're doing, where you're struggling at, what we can do to help you with that process. But this is where it's coming to. If you do not have a membership with us, and you're in this room right now, I've only invited the Den Trader people into this room. If you don't have some sort of membership down or utility down, get it. Meet me with me in DM, whatever deal you got to make. Max, can I do the dishes? Whatever you have to do to get to that point. Because when this comes out and I start putting people in that side of it, we already have 52, maybe 53 reserved already, people that have bought it, or you guys that are in here that have your utility. Once I get to 100, I really do have to stop. It's a deal that I and the other programmer have made, Matt, that we're going to only do this many licenses for the auto so we can progressively and easily take the system into the next level. We can have unlimited of these and unlimited of the Dex Atomics. But we got to be careful on how many we put out there, not to create scarcity and drive up the price. We're not that way. Even though that they may happen, it's not why we're doing it. We're doing it so we can protect Nadex and protect the process for Nadex, because we don't want to break Nadex.
No short squeeze on Nadex.
No short squeezing on Nadex. Those geeks over there will come right after us. Bunch of Guidos. Ain't taking no chances. Even if they're not, I don't think the power of a multi-billion-dollar exchange can. I've watched them when they were just a tiny little place that they were worried about liquidity. And there's only a couple thousand of us in the beginning. I've been doing this a long time. And thanks to all of you. I said this in the trader chat yesterday, and this really does mean a lot to me as far as the help and the determination of people that have helped us get to this level, is all of you. Paul and Thor and Chris and Ron and David, and there's many other people behind the scenes who contributed, who partook in long emails or long webinars and what we're going to do and how we're going to do it. Where should we advertise? And we used our ethics, our honesty, our transparency, and everything to get to this point. At this point, I'm preaching to the choir, but I want each of you to go into this coming week, celebrate this past week, but go into the coming week with caution. If you're going to go live, a lot of you are chomping at the bit to go live. I don't blame you. Some of my partners have already gone live. I've gone live. But again, I'm using a combination of manual trading, watching the market. Remember, I built it. So I'm the one who put the time in on the programming to build the indicator. I know it inside and out, and I still heed caution. Okay. The idea of us taking this next step is one of the biggest steps that we've committed to in a very long time. The idea of making this company what it is, what we originally wanted it to be, and what it's become are massively two different sides of the spectrum. All right. At this time, does anybody have any questions before I go into the next part of the segment we call this today?
Just one comment.
Sure.
Everyone should be keeping a journal, especially if you're going live, but you should do it now while you're in demo. Get used to, keeping it on Google, what do they call it? Google
Drive,
Google Sheets, and their Excel version, or keep it on your desktop so that, if you run into something in a situation and you don't understand, then we can help you. But it's really important that you start doing that.
That's great advice. It should be one of the first things that you do every day. Clean up your journal. When you're finished with your trades for the day, or maybe just right afterwards. I used to teach people that after every single trade, go fill out your journal, take all your stuff over, and it's pretty easy, especially with the systems like this now, where you can just quickly hit feedback, go to history, and down and push that information right over. Oh, we're in for another one. Look at this.
Yeah, that's really winning.
Oh my God.
The AU is chugging along just fine.
Oh, what a great day. What a great day.
There's
awesome
no question
day.
About that one. Of course, now it's going to reverse. Now that we talked about it.
I didn't. No, shh, quiet. We love it. We love it. Yeah, but that's 20 pips.
Yeah.
If it comes back in 20 pips in an hour, then
yeah,
we're going after GameStop.
20, 30 minutes.
Yeah. All right. So where was I? Okay. So yeah, I used to tell people, hey, look, go get your journal, get it on right after your trade. You go get your trade on and then go do your journal. It gets you time to get away from the process. Right. And then go see. And then once you put it on the paper, that's about as micro as you want to get. Another piece of advice for when you're trading live next week, put it on, trade it, put the bot on, do whatever. If you're trading the Dexatomic X or Dexatomics, or you're trading manual, that's on you, right? Go grab your blood pressure medicine, go grab your Xanax, whatever it is, right, to calm your ass down, and go chill. But if you're trading with the automated system, unless you made some mistake, come back in and check on it in the beginning of at the top of the hour. Make sure it's good. But don't come back at it a couple minutes prior to be like, hey, is it winning? I want to know if it's winning. Don't. You have to look at this. If you're going to be trading at this level, you have to set it and you have to trust it. If the money that you have in there, think of it as gone. Okay. If you put $2,200 in there, I'm not saying that it's going to go away, right? It would have to lose 10 times in a row, all 10 times in a row for you to lose your money, right? So you have to look at this as when you put it on, walk away, come back at the top, come back at 1 minute after the out, 1 second after the out. And if it's lost, you can, like we tell you when you're trading, look at it, see if it lost. Did I make a mistake? Did I have the right pair? Did I have the right time? Don't add other variables. Was the sun out? Did the birds sing at the certain? No, just did you put it on? Was it the right direction? Was it the right, even because you're not putting it on now, right? The system we haven't missed a signal for some time. Now, remember, there's a lot of signals that go on, okay? And if we miss one, even if we miss 10, that would still be 99% success of signals going on. All right. I'm also, go ahead.
I was going to say, did you see David Manning's in the chat, his comment?
Which chat we're at?
Right now.
In here.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't. I'm sorry. Here. I apologize. Let's see. Ron Freer says next week is NFP week. Also, yeah, thanks a lot for that information. I hate NFP. David's 25-7 this week so far. $690 for D4. Okay. Before anybody asks, yes, he doesn't trade everything, just signals. But 25-7, $690, D4. Is that one contract? I guess one contract.
He might be doing two.
Yeah, he might be up at that point. Timothy Turner, nice job. I'm in a D4 all week, doing well too. Yeah, absolutely. You should be doing it. One contract. Okay. David always throws me that anomaly thing. I just, I'm always like, okie dokie, what am I not doing? So you're going to see this out. You're going to hear people coming in. You all have different pricing structure. You all have different stuff. If you don't have yours on, please get it on. Okay. And as I explain to ad nauseum, the membership side is for and Chris and I were talking about this the other day, and we said that the membership is for everything that's happened in the past, right? Everything that we went through, all you folks, what you went through to be here, right? So having your membership, you're paying for everything that you had over there. If you paid for a lifetime membership, if you paid for, you were advancing paying your dues of being there on the membership side, that's great. You got a lifetime membership. The utility fee is considered paying for everything for the future. That's having somebody in customer service. That is having the data collectors and the data system, data division doing their thing, making sure the signals are sharp. That's having the programmer on board to make sure that the bot doesn't break down. And if it does, if there's a disconnect or an issue, it's fixed immediately. How many of you seen errors go in and things come up and all of a sudden you see Matt or myself there and it's done? We have a great department. We have a great vibe of everything that's happening within reason. Okay. We'll talk about that. I'm going to do a little recording here. I did one with Chris earlier, but for some reason it blacked out with this whole Snagit thing that I have on my computer. So I'm going to do one here. So there is a tremendous amount of worth for this process. The membership side, everything for the past, the utility side, everything for the future. And if you got a deal, if you're paying 100 or 200, whatever you're paying here, I'm telling you, it's a deal, because even at the highest level that this thing could be set to at $350 a month, David Manning with one contract, $690 for the week. If he's trading 5 contracts, that's a lot of money per week.
Actually, he said he only did one.
One contract, yeah.
I thought he had bumped it up, but no, he said in chat that he's only doing one. That's amazing.
It is. And that value for him, is it worth $350 a week or $350 a month, I should say? And it would be yes. I always tell people, like when we were doing financial planning and I was a fiduciary for a while, they would say, how much should I spend on good quality tools to get, I said, well, how much do you want to make per month? Big bait equals big fish, right? I think Quick Hitter would agree with that. And that idea of paying for your tools, luckily you guys got them for really inexpensive. But what's coming is that there's going to be a lot of people in here and they're going to speculate and they're not going to be trusting of a process, because this industry is riddled with people and fake companies out there that have fake bots and systems. And this is not a bot, even though that our little guy's a bot and all that kind of stuff. Frustrating, but it's there. All right. So make sure that you have your membership on or your utility. Okay. We're also, and I'm going to apologize now. There is training that's coming. It's here in a little bit of a version. We do have a lot more coming. I wanted to make sure that the ability to be able to come in and get your tags and get all that stuff on. I'll be meeting with Thor after the meeting. He's going to be pretty much in charge of this customer service division. And the Dex Atomics itself is also getting a little revamp here. We're going to be putting all this stuff on here. I was really aggressive with removing all of what we call the trash paper, the trash pages in the system. And there was a lot of stuff I had to fix in there and get.
Thank you.
Yes. Yeah, we're getting it. We're getting rid of it. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff that's in there. We're trying to get rid of even more, but it's coming. Okay, we've cleaned it up quite a bit and doing that. Now, I want to talk to all of you about a process. I'm doing this mostly for Kurt. When we had the install for 2.5, we had a small bug and a problem where it was the 2.5. We don't know if it was from the installer or what have you. We think it's isolated to certain individuals' computers and systems and how they're running their security when they were downloading, if they installed directly from a zip file or not, or whatever it was, it doesn't matter. What matters is that, like Chris Gagne's computer had wouldn't show the USD mexing. Okay. And that's how we knew that there was an issue and a difference from the 2.5 to from the 2.4. So what I need you to do is, you can probably see my screen all the way down here to the left. And I'm doing this as a recording for Kurt and to others, which I'll isolate here. Okay. You're going to use the percentage sign. You're going to say app data. Now, there's a speculation that you have to uncheck hidden files and everything else, but you don't, not in this form. When you're searching down here in the window file, not the Explorer file here, okay? You're not searching here. You're searching down here in your search bar for your windows. If you click on your start, you'll bring up a little search pattern here, right? And that's what you want to write in. You want to write percentage sign and then app data. And that's going to bring you to this folder right here. When you click on that folder, it's going to bring this up. See, I got Minecraft. I got a whole bunch of games and stuff in there. What you're looking for is the ZDON file. You're going to right click that and you're going to hit delete. Okay. Wherever it went. Why can't I see delete? What the hell's going on? Oop, dang it. Basically, you're just going to hit delete. Let me do that. App data. Okay. Boom. And delete. Okay. Make sure it's highlighted and right click and hit delete. Once you do that, go back and reinstall your system and it will be fixed. If you haven't deleted that folder, then it won't be fixed. But delete that folder, it will be fixed. The unfortunate thing is that you're going to have to go in and put all your information back in. So we'll apologize I don't know how to compensate you for that, but besides saying I'm sorry.
If it takes you more than 5 minutes,
Send Thor the
you're
bill.
distracted.
Right. That
It's so easy.
okay.
The hardest part is remembering your damn passwords.
Right. Hey, Thor.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to mute myself just for a second. Okay, just hang on. You talk to him for a second, okay?
Okay, he wants me to talk to you guys. I'm serious about what I said about keeping a journal. That's really, really important. If you're not doing it, if you're just letting it run, you're cheating yourself on knowing what's going on. And when you go live, it's vital that you keep a journal. I don't care if it's in Excel or Google Sheets. I do both. You can share Google Sheets with Max by putting in his email address, and I think that's on our website where you can an explanation on how to do it. It's really, really important that you do this. If you're having a problem, if you're having some issue, we can then look at what the trades are and help you analyze the problem.
Right.
So you back here, Max?
I am. Thanks a lot for ad-libbing that
preaching
in
to the
there.
choir again.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that. All right. That was just a customer who was having a problem. He only had like 2 minutes during work to call me, and unfortunately, he was right in the middle of the meeting. All right. Anybody have any questions or comments about the process or what we need to do or where we're going or that kind of stuff? Everybody's good.
You can unmute yourself by clicking the mic in the lower left-hand corner or type it into chat.
Okay, I'm back.
Yay.
Probably missed the most important bits, but I'm back.
Yeah, well, we were just about to stop because you came back in, but it's all good. I'm only kidding. All right. If nobody else has any other questions or my partners have anything to add, bring in, put in, do, punch, whatever. Okay. In closing, that's it. Oh, that's all I got in closing. I'm exhausted. It has been a run. We've worked hard. It's been a dynamite show at sometimes, the one-stop shop trying to get it all done at once. My partners have allowed me to make mistakes, push the envelope. The biggest advice that I can give all of you is still stay the course and be patient. Demo is not about procuring profit to show profit, to prove profit. It is to show that you can be concise enough, determined enough, that your home network is good enough, that your VPS skills are good enough that you can access those things. There's many ways to access the process of having it on your home computer, to having it on VPS. How do I attach to that VPS? How do I get signals, Max? How do I get the Text Atomic X to fire signals to me? There's so many different variances. Start and demo. Procure consistency. Remember, patience and discipline equals consistency. Consistency plus volume equals goal. Excuse me. That should be the equation that goes on your t-shirt. I told Chris that if I was ever going to have a t-shirt made with anything Dex, it would say CVG on the front and TEH on the back. It's a private joke, I guess, but I have a very hard time not typoing the word "the" all the time. I have other words too, but not a spelling thing, Thor, by the way. It's
something about that 8 key that seems to pop up every now and then.
Yeah. It does with the word "with," yeah. But what's coming for all of you for next week is not something that is brand new. It's not something that we've kept hidden. It is something that we've worked hard on to make sure that it was right and ethical and honest, and it was real. And a single day does not make a pattern. So we've worked very hard over the last several months to get it to this level. This next 3 months, from February to April 1st, it's May 1st that we're going to be taking it to. Right? February, March, April. Yeah. So May 1st is going to be the day that we look back at the data Of course, there's going to be trials and tribulations on the way, but we're going to push for that for the next 3 months to see where we're at with the process. And I ask all of you to stay with us during that time, even if it gets a little rough for a little bit. If you have problems financially keeping utilities going or doing that kind of stuff, make sure that you meet with us and talk to us. Just don't quit and walk away. We're willing to help everybody that's been here with us get through these times. Another suggestion for all of you, once you start trading live, once you start getting to the profit and you do need to pull money to do whatever, okay, make sure you don't pull more than what you need to have running at the level so you can get your money, right? Even though that you can start with $2,200, that's only for a single contract. Don't pull everything out over $2,200 and keep it that lower level. If you need $5,000 a month, trade to $10,000. Get your 10 grand in there. And then everything over 10 grand, then you take out. I'm not trying to save money in there for Nadex, but you want to be careful on how much you're pulling out every week. I would try to get it out every month. And if for those that can really do it, every quarter. You should be getting yourself an LLC. You should be getting yourself, a good accountant, a good financial advisor. These are things that we're going to have inside here soon as well. And we're going to create these products, secondary products, to help you get to that point, just like we created Dex Web Tools. There'll be learning systems. There'll be training on how to, work through your taxes and get good companies that can help you with taxes if you're not, you're doing them yourself. But this is what we've come to now. I want to thank everybody who's contributed to the data, who has kept great records. Jerry, thank you so much. If you're out there, if you're watching, if you're in, I think he's in the chat room, right? I thought I saw you in here. Maybe not. Nope. Okay. But you're watching this after the fact, so thank you very much. And everybody else who's here doing their thing every single day, we take another step. What a great day. Right? Did we have, I don't think we got no, still sitting down there. Jerry, where are you at? You flying? Get in, clean up you're slagging off, slagger. All right. If nobody else has anything else, this is going to be one hell of a week coming. We still have a lot of work to do on the website. So make sure that if you see anything wrong, call it out and let us know where everything is at. We appreciate it. Jerry's on a work conference call. Okay, no worries. All right, you guys have a great day. We'll talk to you all soon. I got some meetings with the partners and other things happening here soon. We'll see you next time. And as always, trade well.